I don't think it's crucial. I don't think it's the absolute, like, Alchemist has to rush Ags, but I think it will help out a little bit. Now, Fnatic picking up the Lion has a lot of regen to himself and should eventually be picking up the Iron Talon if he wants to bail. Stomp coming back in. They're able to do a decent chunk of damage to follow up. Mushi just laying in a couple arrows. There's going to be the Earth Spike to follow up. The body blocks are there. Can Mu actually live through this? They bring in Saksa. He's going to be going, he does have disruptions. The first blood goes the way of DJ. That's going to be a fantastic start. They're looking for more Saksa, actually taking a lot of damage just from the Frost arrows. Elder Titan still alive. Going to dodge out the Shadow Poison. Should be able to live through these two charges easily.
Getting as much farm from the Luna on top, they'll be fine with it. Because their team fight is pretty strong if they get to a mid-game.
Oh, the Torrent's going to connect it. They know Void has no time walk. This could be the time to punish. They go with the Lucent Beam. And looks like Ohio could be fallen victim to this. One more hit from the Luna should be enough. Connects into the trees. And that's going to be Luna starting out. So putting themselves on the board.
His laning phase.
And Faceless Void has his level 6, has the Chrono at the ready, and, you know, with the Elder Titan walking around, maybe he tries to go for something here. They're going to catch up Resolution. The Torrent's going to be off the mark. Ohio going to be trying to go aggressive here. Nice dash there onto Misery. There's the Chrono to follow up. I mean, just the 1v1 might be enough there. The Stomp is going to come out. They will hold Misery in place enough for Ohio to get the kill. So it's just good old RNG there on the bashes, and Resolution has to back up. The Lucent Beam not doing enough to keep his ally alive. They're going to have Smoke up. There's two supports looking for something. They're just going to be wrapping around as Moo's like, hello, guys. Need a little bit of help here. There's going to be a TP rotation in from the Luna. They could just look to drop the base here. They've got the ult. The nice balance comes out. Mushi gets the gust, but will pay with her life. That's going to be a very dead Drow Ranger. Looking for the TP out, but there is going to be the X marks the spot, but no. Unfortunately, they drop the Lion before he's even able to go home and get a sweet taste of freedom.
This around with the Eclipse. TP, they have a TP on Alchemist, they have a TP on Tide. Tide is Ravage.
They go for the Stomp. Deep connect here. It looks like Fnatic just going all in. There's going to be the Eclipse dropped out. They immediately get the pick on the Lion. Lucent Beam to slow down Mushi. They are able to go through. Nice Chrono though. Ohio gets the job done with Frost. Right click damage from Mushi. They might be able to turn this. There's going to be a nice Stomp there from DJ. And now Mu going to be the target. They do bring in Misery and the teams. They're looking for something more. There will be the glimpse back in the court. That's going to be the X marks the spot. Ravage popped out. Ohio taken out of the field mid-1. Trying to walk away. Do they have any sort of detection?
Nope.
Oh no, they don't. It's pretty early on in the game, but you should be into
the boats.
Going in once again, not going to connect, so secondary with both the Torrent to follow up. There's going to be the Cold Snap onto Misery. He's running around like a chicken with his head cut off, just going in, trying to see what he can get done, just being the little scapegoat for his team, trying to occupy them so the rest of his allies can get out alive. But unfortunately, that's going to be the second time Kunkka's given his life, and that goes straight to the Drow Ranger.
Average out game. You get it around this time.
Oh, pings out. DJ just stumbling right into Saksa. Going to be taking a couple of ticks of Shadow Poison, going for the Stomp, but the disruption channels it out. Looks like we might end up stunning himself, but no, they get it off. The Lucent Beam just drops down. Oh, poor little Titan.
The first one, it was excusable, but this one is not excusable. It's fast-back Invoker. They have to bring detection when they're trying to get in.
I mean, worst comes to worst, they've got the Ravage, but now bringing in Mushi. It looks like Mu's gonna be the one in trouble. They bring in Ohio, goes for the Chrono, connects with the one. There will be a boat coming out. There's gonna be the Torrent, or rather the Ravage, holding everyone in place. So Ohio doesn't get anything out of that Chronosphere, but looks for raw damage. Should be enough to finish off Mu. They hex him up, and he's not gonna be hitting the deck right there, and that is going to be a very, very dead Tide.
It was a little bit like separating both of the
Misery thinks he's safe on the staircase, but gonna get stomped up. The Cold Snap as well. The negative Urn procking that one down, and one more hit means that is a dead Kunkka Invoker. She might be a little bit cautious, knowing something's up, knowing none of the heroes are on the map right now, but are they gonna dive tower to get her? Oh yeah, looks like they're gonna be doing just that. Going in Demonic Purge, gush up. Mushi's fighting with her last breath, but killed under her tier 2 tower. That Drow Ranger in a heap of trouble. Now there's going to be a Stomp coming back in. Ohio's able to go through the Chrono just onto one, though the Lucent Beam to stop him in place. He's going to have to back out. Failed Chrono, the Ravage to come back in. Ohio in some serious trouble. Not able to leap away from that one. Now the cast is going to come out, and that's going to be a stun there onto DJ. Getting burned down there from the Alchemist. Trying to go in, trying to get the Stomp off, but not going to be successful. DC are able to go through and take a nice fight off of Fnatic and to turn it into a tier 2 tower as well.
I mean, right now, Fnatic, they still want to constantly pressure because
Misery just goes in, bumps right into 343. They end up dropping the Finger of Death, but it's the mechanism there from the Titan. She goes in with the gush, and now there's going to be the Luna dropping something there. She wants to get something done. She's still got the Eclipse to hold on to. Misery getting very, very low, but Mushi going to be the first one dead. They're looking for more. Mid one is going to be Invis. They popped down the sentry. They are able to get off the axe this time, going back into the Torrent. Another sentry to secure the kill. He just popped down. Aegis popping in mid-air. Looks like they should be able to get in. There's a nice Stomp to follow up with the boat. Is going to be there. That the Unstable Concoction will be able to hold him in place. And that's 2 cores dead.
That was, I mean, they have to try and play around the Chrono, especially.
Oh, Ohio gonna get stunned in place. No time to time walk.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, he was just caught at a very, farming at a very bad position there. There's not really much to say about that.
Up and around, Ohio does have the chrono at the ready. If he can find a nice one, that's great. Now TP in. I think we might regret that one. He's going to be running straight back. Will pop out the Manta. Is going to get cold snapped up. They've got DJ there. Looking for something. The BKB is going to be popped out from Resolution. Looking to drop the base there. Has the Eclipse at the ready. Doesn't even need it. Just uses the Lucent Beam a couple of times. There's going to be DJ trying to TP out. Can they actually do the damage? Oh, they get the X off though. That sweet taste of freedom, but into this tier 3 tower, starting to harass onto the high ground. Dry Ranger finally TP's back. You've got DJ and 343. The supports are ready to go in. 343 just getting pummeled down, dragged back in, torn up. Oh god, poor little line. He's trying his hardest. There's the Manta up from Weehaw, looking for something there as Mushi staying on the back lines, trying to just stay safe, stay out of the fight. She picks herself up the Maelstrom. So she is going to go for that Ags build eventually, and now just spraying out the lightning, looking for something, but these racks are already heavily under siege. Mid one, they're going to be stuck up in the torrent. I mean, the follow-up will be there. They are able to go through, and that's going to be a very dead invoker. He has buyback if necessary. Will pop it. They are able to get the chrono off onto 2. Do they have the follow-up damage though? It's going to be the Luna drop of the base, and that's going to be a big kill if they can get it, but Faceless Void drops. They do have to lose the Shadow Demon, but that's worthwhile. And this seems like it could be a very quick GG coming out in favor of DC. Yeah.
You put the Eclipse on the tide and he blinks in, yeah?
Oh god, that looks like it hurts. There will be a concoction channeled up. Mushi goes into the Shadow Blade, but again, there is going to be the vision on the Gunga. Oh god, they're just going in. That's going to be one Lucent Beam to do the job. Mushi getting slapped out. It seems like it could be game. There's no buyback on Drow.
Void uses buyback just now.
Yeah, GG comes out. So DC, after a difficult series last time, will take the game off Fnatic in a very quick fashion there.
Fnatic played this game very poorly. They
Ancient Apparition and Beastmaster can always go for that gank and punish, and now with the Faceless Void pick up for that position 1.
Such a good lineup for DC right now.
Blood there, but mid one playing a dangerous game.
He's not going to be able to farm now. He has to wait for his bottle, so still not very good for him for the lane.
Now, Stun's going to come out. They end up dropping the Lucent Beam as well. Moo could be in some trouble. They got the Lucent Beam again. Going to be coming out in 1 second. The first blood goes the way of Mushi. Unfortunately, the Beastmaster going to be falling victim to that. Now, up top, Ohio going in nice and deep. They do have Misery sitting back. He does have his stomp, but they're all getting ready. They will walk through the lane, so DJ just kind of strolling on in. They get the Wave of Terror, the net creep comes out, there will be the Searing Chains to follow up, the Magic Missile comes in again, and once a couple of hits come through, this should be a very dead Invoker going splat. He pops out the Sunstrike, anticipating everyone going back down, but Ember Spirit, just with the burn damage on the Flame Guard, is able to get the kill for himself.
Right now, supports on Fnatic doing
look up top, 6 stacks of Napalm onto Misery. Look at the damage Ohio is doing. One more hit. Goodbye. He just TP's out under towers saying, I am absolutely out of here. Fnatic, I mean, is this a different team? They look so much more put together than last time. Little Icicle Deer comes back in, so they're not able to get the kill on the Faceless Void, but still neat. Now mid lane, mid one will get stomped up. That's going to be a Sunstrike and a kill. So finally, Invoker putting himself on the board.
Using the fact that A doesn't do much here, putting so much pressure on their safe lane.
Oh, they're going in. They drop the ulti. Resolution torn apart by the first Eclipse. Alright, so now mid one sitting back. Does have a remnant up onto the high ground if necessary.
DJ bottom lane. Sunstrike.
Oh, they're going back in. The roar. The Sunstrike is not going to do enough work. But the creeps, they come in and they get the job done. So unfortunately, it's going to be a decent turning point for him. Just more and more farm. And swap back in. Saksa just can't find anything. That's going to be AA's 3rd death of the game. Just completely bullied.
He has 500 net worth. Then for Fnatic as well. They have very good vision across the map.
Oh, now they're going in. There will be a smoke. 343 revealing. Goes in for the stun. They have it. They've got everything they need. And there's an ice wall plopped down. The Earthsplitter will go through. 343. I mean, gets to about half health, but still feeling nice. The board spirit ticking away. And now they're looking for something else. Misery gonna be diving deep. Mid one really wants to get something done here. Does have a remnant he can put out if he wants to. And Moo.
They need to get his level 6 online. Then they can use Chronosphere.
Got his 5. There is going to be the roar coming out. They will have the Sunstrike to follow up, so it looks like mid one might be going down here. He's able to go. He needs the little remnant up to the high ground. There will be Earthsplitter coming down. It's able to juke it out. One more hit means he will be dead. Beastmaster.
That was a big mistake by Midon. He was not supposed to die there.
Oh, they're looking for something there. They will get the time dilation off at 343. Swap back though to putting DJ into the fray. Stomp not going to connect onto anyone. DJ now leading everyone on a wild chase. Got that double damage rune. So maybe DJ can look to turn this. He will opt to pop a chrono, another Sunstrike, and a meatball. Man, this deer is just top of the priority list. Eventually, Sprinks might be able to get the heal, but look at that Untouchable doing so much work. Can they actually get the catch-up here? Mushi looking to be going back in. They've got the Eclipse that's ready if they need. There will be the leap away from the Void in 2 seconds, but look, it just gets cleaned up. Ah.
He just baited him so hard there. Tough for them, they got a kill on the Void.
And now they bring in 4 heroes. The blink from the bat showing off. They get the lasso onto Misery, the wave of terror to melt his armor. I mean, that Titan, he just crumbles. There's nothing that he could do against that. And like,
Fnatic, you only trade towers when you're behind. Otherwise, you're always trying to take the enemy tower and defend your own towers.
mid one.
Oh no.
Gonna get locked in place.
Ice
They've got the
Blast.
Earth Splitter. Everything jumps out. But the drop comes back out. Vengeful Spirit able to go back through. Elder Titan still does get the kill onto the Ember
He
Spirit.
still got the kill.
And they lose the Venge as well.
Oh, do they know this is going on? Are they gonna try and scout it?
Oh, Sunstrike coming in, but just delaying the damage. There will be that little Alpha Wolf coming in. Oh, they know something's going to be on there. Roshan does end up falling, though. It looks like that's going to be a Roar coming back, but they do get the Bat Rider down. And now there's going to be Earth Splitter coming back on through. And oh, the Chrono onto the amazing Ice Blast. That's going to be 4 heroes hit. That's going to be huge for DC. They're able to go through everything melting down before their eyes. All of a sudden, it's a complete team-wide. DC take Roche. They take the Aegis, and they take 5 lives off of Fnatic. I mean, he's got remnants, but...
So Void has blinked right now.
Yeah, he's
no.
going in. That's a lockdown. They've got the follow-up, the Sunstrike to go through, and well, goodbye.
Look at how fast he died. Void has no damage either.
I mean, the Earth Splitter helping out there, the Sunstrike going through. So really good communication. They will go through. They'll get the lasso onto Moo. He has the Roar when this ends, but look, they should be able to keep him locked down. Will he go in? Will he get the Primal off? DJ, he's got it. They've got the swap in for 3-4-3. Once again, going to be eating the Ice Blast, but he's going to be ticking down. DJ going to get frozen in place. The Cold Feet going through. The Sunstrike to finish him off. It seems like Fnatic unraveling at the seams as DC start to really go in and show their cohesive team fights.
The Ice Blast and Sunstrike and everyone attacking with the Elder Titan aura. He's just
they're
gonna
going
die.
in. Resolution wants to get something done. The Chrono up in 4 seconds. There's
Oh,
going
he
to be
baited
Mushi.
out the Eclipse.
Ah, the Eclipse is down. Now they've got the Cold Snap as well. Cold Feet not going to proc, but now Resolution does have the Chrono if absolutely needed. Meanwhile, Moo going through, getting a kill in the back line. They will be able to finish off the Luna eventually.
Wait, he got a solo kill? Beastmaster got a solo kill on the Ember as well on top of that.
Oh man, that felt good. Ember goes ahead and dies down in the bottom lane. It does end up taking the Roar, but well, that's super worth it. Now you've got Necro 3s online. The Blink Dagger is done. Really unfortunate the Luna doesn't have her ult to come in and contest this. Just a couple Lucent themes, maybe trying to go and snag a couple of creeps, but she's taking this before they're ready. Ohio is going to go through. They will get the lasso off. Another is going to go to speed to follow up. So Misery could be in trouble. There's going to be a Chrono onto 3. Let's follow up from the Ice Blast again. Swap in 3-4-3, making some space, but oh, the back line. Moo is ready for that swap. He goes in. He gets the punish anyway. Now DJ frozen in place, and that deer is going to be poached. And 3-4-3 sitting there between 4 heroes. Ember Spirit, the lone survivor, just sitting here, farming, whistling away as his team starts to dissolve.
They play very well and then they start to panic after a failed team fight. They take risks, they make risky plays. DC reacted appropriately, they punished them, and the game became like this. Like that team fight is just so scary with the Chrono, Ice Blast, Sunstrike. When they get all their level 6 up, it's just so much different.
Oh, Bat Rider goes in. He wants to make something happen. He doesn't have the lasso. Just blinking in aggressively and I guess threatening something. Now there is going to be the Flame Break to cancel Wee's TP, so he's not able to get away, but he's fine with that. Guardian Greaves keeping everyone nice and healthy.
Fight because they know that they are strong enough. Any initiation they make, they're just gonna win the fight.
Looking here to start things off onto the Bat Rider. Ohio trying to flap away, but the bash proc immediately 3-4-3 with the sacrifice. But once again, Moo anticipates, punishes the swap, and they both go down. Vengeful Spirit, she's trying so hard, but it seems like every time she swaps, she and her ally end up dead. Fnatic are going to take the bait this time because I think it's up to them to have really, really smart positioning this fight.
Yeah, but DC doesn't have to commit to initiate if they don't want to. They just need to. Oh, 3-4-3, he ran out.
He's going in. The Chrono's only going to connect on 2 this time. They are going to follow up. Mushi going to be the big kill here. 3-4-3, sitting there and taking it. Throws the magic missile. It's not going to do anything there. On the back lines, Ohio gets roared up, immediately picked off. They're looking for something here. Buybacks, few and far between, as these racks are just getting ripped apart. The final tier 3 tower will be falling soon. Luna doing what she can, unleashes the Eclipse, but going to get picked off regardless. And she herself has no buyback. The GG comes out. DC able to take a 2-0 series after a strong start from Fnatic, while they end up not being able to do the job.